Hi, children. Have a good day. Right. Before going to start a session, let's start with prayer. Okay. So, join your hands, close your eyes, and listen to me. Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityomamrdam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Fine, children. Now slowly open your eyes. Great. So, what are we seeing about? We are seeing about motion and measurement. In this, the first topic will be evolution of transport. How the transport will be modernized from ancient time to till now. What is the purpose of transport? Right. And how the vehicles has been modernized and how the vehicles has been evaluated to till now. Like that we discussed about in this topic. Then we discussed about motion. So what is motion? In that, what is observer, what is state of rest, and what is state of motion, everything we see under this topic. Next, types of motion. What are the different types of motions available? They are rectilinear, rotational, circular, periodic, oscillatory, vibratory, and random. And we briefly noted down about these motions, different types of motions, right? So the when an object moves in a straight line, it is said to be in rectilinear motion. If an object exhibits in circle path along with its fixed point, it is said to be in circulatory motion. If an object rotates along with its axis, it is said to be in rotatory motion. And if an action starts again after a particular interval of time, it is said to be in periodic motion. If an object moves in to and fro motion, it is said to be in oscillatory motion, vibratory motion. If we hit a string or if we hit an empty vessel, after hitting it will start to vibrate. That is the vibratory motion. Random motion, the object does not exhibit in definite path. It will move in an irregular form. This is known as random motion. Then we discussed about measurements, right? So what is measurement? What is standard measurement and what is unit? Okay, standard measurement is nothing but it has fixed number. The measurement has a fixed number is said to be standard measurement, and the symbols used for this standard measurements are termed as unit. Okay, in early days, that is age old times, people usually used to measure some objects or some distance using their body parts, right? So with their body parts, they used to measure some object or some distance, which is not same for all persons, since all may have different body parts with different sizes, right? So these measurements are termed to be non-standard measurements, right? So in order to overcome this non-standard measurements, a conference has been held on weights and measures in 1960, in which measurements, that is international standard of units, have been introduced and came into existence for day-to-day life. It has been followed all over the world in order to measure a quantity or some objects. Okay, what does it name? It is named as International Standard of Units. That is International System of Units. In this system only, they introduced kilograms, meter, seconds, hour, minute. These quantities have been introduced in SI units only. Okay, these quantities have definite number, that is fixed number. For example, 1 kilogram has 1000 grams, 1 meter has 100 centimeter, 1 hour has 60 minutes. In this way, they fixed the number for each and every quantity. Okay, so this is termed as standard unit, that is international system of unit, which will be followed all over the world. Okay, so and also we discussed about the rules for writing these SI units. These SI units must have two parts. One is the numerical part and another one is the unit part. We have to leave space between these two parts, right? We should not put full stop near to the unit part, right? We should not mention the unit in plural form. These are the rules that has to be followed while writing the SI units, right? And also we saw about conversions, interconversions of unit, how the unit has been converted from one form to another form, that is kilogram to gram and gram to kilogram, right? In order to convert a quantity from lower order to higher order, we have to multiply by 10, and if we have to convert it from higher order to lower order, if we have to divide it by 10. In this way we have to convert one form to another form of unit, right? So now we are going to see about methods of measuring. Okay, what are the techniques available in measuring a length, right? The length might be either a straight line or might be a curved line. We have to measure the length of both lines, right? So we have to use proper devices to measure these types of line. So now first we are going to see about measuring a straight line. How we can measure a straight line? Either using a measuring tape, scale, ruler, etc. Okay, with the help of a measuring scale, tape or ruler, we can measure a straight line. For example, if we need to measure the length of this particular pencil, just mark the ends of the pencil as A and B. Keep the pencil on the scale just in a way that the A point must coincide with 0 on the scale. Now mark down the B point. Where the B point get coincide on the scale, just note down that. Here in this figure, the B point will coincide with 3 on the scale, right? So this represents the length of the particular pencil is 3 centimeter, right? So this is the way of marking that is measuring the length of a straight line, right? In case, for the same example, in case if the end of a scale has been broken, that is 0th point, the point 0 has been erased or broken in this particular scale, how will you measure? Just move the pencil to the point where it will clearly shown. Here the point 2 is clearly visible, so move the A point of the pencil to the value 2 in the scale. Now make sure about at which point the B and the scale will get coincide. Just it will be a 5. So now subtract the distance. Subtract 5 minus 2, the distance that is uncovered by the pencil. So 5 minus 2, 3. Now the total length of the pencil is 3, which we can clearly see. Okay, and also we have to see the length vertical to the particular object. How we have to see the length of the particular object? By vertically. We should not see from both the sides, which may lead to wrong answer. Right? So in this way we have to measure the length of the straight line. Do you clear, children? Right. So now note down your home part. That is, take your workbook, physics workbook, page number 10, and the 13th question. If you tighten a screw with the help of a screwdriver, right? Now we are going to tighten a screw with the help of a screwdriver, and you have to determine what type of action that it will show. Either periodic motion, circulatory motion, or rotatory motion. What type of action that it will exhibit, you have to write about that. And the next one, why do we use standard units of measurements? What is the purpose of using standard measurements? You have to write about that. This is your homework part. Okay, so finish your homework and upload it in Google Classroom app without fail. Okay, we can see about new topics in next session. Okay, till then, stay connected, stay safe. Bye.